Paul Thomas Anderson finally has an Oscar, and it only took the Academy about 2 decades. The 98th Academy Awards are officially over, and this year's Oscars felt less like a popularity contest and more like a director's masterclass. 2 films completely dominated the ceremony. One was a technical powerhouse that stunned audiences with its visuals. The other was a storytelling heavyweight that quietly built momentum and then walked away with the biggest prize in Hollywood. By the end of the night, one battle after another had taken home 6 Oscars, while Sinners followed with 4 wins. But the real story of the night? A historic first. A long overdue director win, and one acting result that definitely sparked debate. Let's break down the biggest moments from the 2026 Oscars. Before the big acting awards started rolling in, the night belonged to the craft categories. And this is where Sinners started flexing. First came a historic win in cinematography. Autumn Durrell-Arkapaw won Best Cinematography, becoming the first woman ever to win the category. And if you've seen Sinners, that win makes complete sense. The lighting, the shadows, the camera movement, the entire film feels visually hypnotic. Meanwhile, Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro, dominated the Production Design and Costume Awards, which honestly is not surprising. Del Toro films don't just tell stories, they build entire worlds. But here's what made the night interesting. Even though Sinners kept winning technical categories, it still hadn't broken into the major awards yet, which meant the bigger question was still hanging in the air. Would the Academy reward the visual masterpiece or the storytelling powerhouse? Next came the categories that showed just how wide the film industry really is. The winner for Best Animated Feature was K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes, a movie about K-pop idols fighting demons just won an Oscar. Cinema really said, why not? The film also won Best Original Song for Golden, making it one of the most unexpectedly fun wins of the night. For international cinema, Norway's Sentimental Value won Best International Feature. And Best Documentary went to Mr. Nobody Against Putin, a political documentary that sparked major conversation throughout the season. At this point in the ceremony, it still looked like Sinners might dominate. But then, something changed, and the momentum slowly started shifting. The shift began with the supporting categories. Sean Penn won Best Supporting Actor for One Battle After Another, delivering one of the year's most intense performances. Then, Amy Madigan surprised everyone by winning Best Supporting Actress for Weapons. But the real turning point came in the screenplay categories. First, Ryan Coogler won Best Original Screenplay for Sinners. Then, Paul Thomas Anderson took Best Adapted Screenplay for One Battle After Another. And suddenly, the narrative of the night shifted. This wasn't just a celebration of one film anymore. It was becoming a battle between 2 filmmakers. Then came the categories everyone waits for. First, Best Actor. The winner was Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, a massive moment for his career, especially in a category that also included Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio. And yes, the Chalamet Oscar hype train might finally be slowing down. Next up, Best Actress. And this one wasn't really a surprise. Jessie Buckley won for Hamnet, a performance many critics had already called the lock of the season. Then came one of the most satisfying moments of the night. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson. After years of nominations for films like There Will Be Blood and Phantom Thread, he finally won. Which left just one award, the biggest one, Best Picture. And the winner was One Battle After Another, a film that slowly built momentum all night and finished the ceremony by taking Hollywood's top prize. When the night ended, the scoreboard looked like this. One Battle After Another, 6 Oscars. Sinners, 4 Oscars. One film dominated the technical and acting categories. The other, conquered Director and Best Picture. So the real question is, did the Academy reward the better movie or simply the better award season narrative? And with the Chalamet hype cooling down and a new generation of filmmakers rising, the next few years of cinema could get very interesting. If you enjoy breaking down movies and the strategy behind the stars, consider subscribing. We'll be covering a lot more of it. But for now, did the right movie win Best Picture? Let's talk about it in the comments.